Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I am Elisa Puppoli. I'm the sales referent in Specifi for German-speaking countries and East and Northern European countries. Today, we are here to introduce you Specifi, to introduce you our brand new cloud-based system. We have been working a lot in the last couple of years, and this is the day where two new software solutions, totally cloud-based, are shown to people, to the world for the first time. So I'm pretty excited about that. If you already know us, you know our old desktop application software, which we continue to provide, but today you will also see nearby something new. You will see also the upgrades that we provide for our old customers. So it will be a pretty exciting time. Hope to show everything pretty fast because we have 4 software to see, and I hope to manage everything in 1 hour, something more. Thank you again for everybody who is joining up now. First of all, I want to show you who we are. So for the ones who don't know us, we are Specifi. We are providing software solution for the design of commercial kitchen. We are providing a software solution for creating offers either from scratch or out of a design. We partner with the main manufacturer in the food service equipment sector in order to create their content, their digital content, so the digital twin of their catalog, so that dealers and designers can access to either CAD and BIM drawings for the projects and product information, commercial information for their offers. So our aim in the world is to network and share product information around the food service equipment. A little overview around our digital catalogs. So who are our manufacturer partners? Who are the people who are relying on us since years? These are the manufacturers from Europe and Asia, Africa, that are joining us, and we are creating the CAD and BIM digital libraries from them. So you will find all these libraries together with these other manufacturers who are providing the libraries to share. You will find all these brands within Specifi and within all of our platforms. For the ones who are joining us from the other side of the ocean, so from US, just know that we have also American manufacturers, and you can learn more from the dedicated US page. We have all the manufacturers providing the information in inches for your market. So today we will start from our new cloud-based software. For the ones who connected now, I'm Elisa, salesperson for German-speaking countries and East European and North European countries. Today we will see our new cloud-based solution. And we will start from a pretty game changer solution, which we have been launching this year. This is called Specifi eCatalog. This is a total cloud-based system. As you can see, I'm accessing from my browser. I have it saved here, right here in my favorites. And this is a platform that allows me to check all of my libraries, all of my manufacturer partners, see the products, configuring them online, and download the 3D DWGs and BIM files for my projects. I'll show you more. Let's select, I don't know, rational, just make an example. So I will find, for example, here, the rational library. This new interface is really intuitive. Here you have a wide search. So now I selected a brand that I want to search for within the brand list. But here above, I have a wide search list, and I could have type oven, and the software was proposing me all the ovens within all the libraries that I have been authorized for. I can also change the view. That allows me to see better the products that I am going to deal with. Here I can select the languages. So I can browse within the available languages for this library. The languages are provided by the manufacturer, and I can tell, well, let's have results in English or in my other language, and eventually just in this language. You can also have this on the settings, and the interface is available in 5 languages. Here below, I have some levels, so if I want, I can go deeper, and I can filter by using my levels and can get the product that I want. Of course, I can go here and type in the search bar, just very easily, the product code of the equipment I'm interested in. We are providing also prices. We have on the available price list for this equipment. I have all the data around this manufacturer. I have the dimension around this product, sorry, and clicking on 3D, I can get an updated preview of the item. So I can go here, and when configuring or selecting, for example, this kind of food, I have an updated configuration, so I cannot do wrong. I'm sure about what I'm configuring. This time is an oven, next time could be a very complex dishwashing machine, and in that case, this 3D preview comes really in handy. Then I can add the stand. After that I configured everything, you have 2 results from this Specifi eCatalog platform. You click on download, and you decide either to download a DWG or an RFA, if you're working on BIM, in different parameters. And you are getting this equipment with your configuration, with the information around the connection points, which are right here below. Let me scroll down because Rational has a lot of accessories. Here we are. So I'm also configuring the electrical exactly as the catalog from the paper catalog from the manufacturer. So I have all the information and the description. And again, downloading the block, you will have the information around the position of the connection of the machine, of the electrical, cold water, all the installation points. Nearby, the 3D symbol for the design engine that you are using. So these are global format. You can use AutoCAD, AutoCAD LT, whatever you want, Revit, Vectorworks, whatever. These are global formats. Nearby those, you get another result, which is a dynamic spec sheet. For dynamic spec sheet, I mean exactly the piece of paper for explaining all the details for this product that you have been configuring. So you will get an updated image that shows the configuration and the description and all the accessories. So this is exactly what you are going to sell to the customer or what you are going to insert into your project. Useful if you need to provide some more information to your customer. I will not tell prices today because we have different prices, we have different zones and different salespeople. I will introduce my team at the end of this presentation, so you will be able to request prices and a test version because you can test this system directly to your salesperson. So you're going to have this conversation directly with the correct person inside Specifi. This was Specifi Catalog. Very easy, very intuitive. You get the blocks you need for the drawing engine you are using. You have to learn nothing new. So you are keep working in the way you are used to work, just no more modeling. You have all the blocks you need. And you don't even have to request them to the manufacturer, wait for the answer, look for updates, save those blocks somewhere that will blow up your computer. Everything is on the cloud. So you don't need either to save them somewhere. Second software solution. So we are already switching to another platform. This is the brand new Specifi Sketch. I mean brand new because it's really brand new. We implemented this since 1 month, so it's really, really, really new. Is that new that I didn't even save my personal credentials. Give me 1 minute. live demonstration are always like that. I need to find my password. And this is a problem of everybody. I know that you always forget your password, but I will find it in a minute. And I was saying, this new platform allows you to create sketches online. So you are going to not need any AutoCAD, SketchUp, Beacon Planner, no, nothing anymore, because everything you need is Specifi Sketch. So this platform that has an integrated cloud-based drawing system and allows you to draw sketches very easily, thanks to, and totally cloud-based. So you're going to need internet connection, but once you're there, you access to all of your manufacturers and to all of your blocks. Okay, let me get in. Sorry about that. Let me share again my screen. We are here. My credentials. So, yes, save it for next time, please. So I was saying, this is Specifi Sketch, a new interface. Is already asking me if I want to continue the project that I started before. No, let's start something new together. What are we allowed to do here? We start by creating the first environment of a kitchen, and the software is already saying how your kitchen looks like, how your environment looks like. Let's start from a square, then we can handle the dimensions of the walls. You can provide an approximate area so that the dimension of the walls can already be something good, something similar to what you need. And these are our walls already in 3D. What we need now is to maybe adjust the dimension of this wall. I can click on the dimension and I can change them and get a detailed 3D overview. So according to the real dimensioning of my kitchen. Okay, perfect. I can add some angles if I wanted. We have an edit space command that allows me to create some angles. I can add walls. Let's add something. So with this elements command, as you can see, the interface is pretty basic. It's really, really intuitive. What you can do is adding walls, adding pass-throughs, a box, because you just need to show that there's something in the kitchen of the customer. You can add an opening, which could be either a door or a window. It depends if you insert a bottom elevation or not. And columns. So pretty everything in order to create a realistic 3D design. Let's add some walls. Let's create an additional room inside this kitchen. So I'm really drawing everything very easily. I'm clicking on Ask, because now I click on here and I give the correct dimension of the wall exactly as I need. So I need this to be millimeters. We are working in millimeters for the moment. Only millimeters. I can add an opening just to show you how it works. And then I can change the dimension, the height, just adding this as it is to handle very quickly. And this is the 3D preview. The walls are hiding as long as I'm orbiting, allowing you to see better the 3D result. So no need for AutoCAD knowledges, no need for digital drawing knowledges. Everybody can start using the system. Vendors, people who are not technician designers. This is really, really useful and intuitive again. Now, if I click on here, what I can do is to access the very same catalog I was accessing before. So the interface is always the same. This time, I also have access to the SP symbol, which is the library we will use today. The SP symbol library is the widest DWG and BIM library for the food service that Specifi created. It contains more than 4,000 elements. Different levels are available, and these elements are totally configurable. So, for example, if I want to insert a corner cupboard on my sketch, I can go on stainless steel fabrication. You will need some time to learn where to find things because, again, 4,000 equipments are a lot of equipments, and but thanks God you have this division within levels, so it will be easy for you to browse and finding the information you want. Or otherwise, you go on the search bar and type cupboards, tables, whatever you need. In this case, I need a corner cupboard, and I was able to filter by depth. I'm already provided with a result. And actually, this time, instead of showing you this view, I can show you this view. So you see also something new. Here I have all the dimensioning. No problem if you see now the Italian interface. That's because I'm here in Venice, so I'm accessing this Specifi Sketch from an Italian IP address. Nice news, you will have the Specifi Sketch interface translated into your language according to the IP address you are accessing from. So no problem on the interface translation. I was saying, in this overview of the cupboard, I can see the chance to add the worktop or not. Actually, with these rows, I'm allowed to say if I want a simple worktop or a worktop with backsplash. Let's select a simple worktop just to change something. And instead of this door, if I check out here, I can see that I have many chances. For example, I can select to have 3 drawers instead of a left or right hinge door. So even if we are talking about a demo library, so something you can customize, the configuration possibilities are pretty realistic and pretty interesting. Once you're done, you click on Add, and the element will be added to the drawing. It will be automatically numbered, and now I'm able to rotate it. It takes me some time because this is a corner cupboard, so it takes all the corner of the word. Give me the correct corner. Here we are. Okay, so we placed our cupboard exactly where we needed. Let's add just a table just to show you how it works and a kitchen element before getting to the print. So I get here, stainless steel fabrication, tables, 400 tables, a lot of tables. With bottom shelf, for example, yes, let's have a backsplash. So also in this case, you can go deep in the configuration and you have a lot of choices. You can filter by width and depth by using these arrows here above. Let's keep a 700 depth. Here we are. Again, this is a cloud-based platform, so I'm using internet connection. Now maybe something is going a little bit slow because we are 17 people connected in a Teams meeting, but normally you should find no problems. Here we are. So 700 depth. This view is perfect for tables because actually I don't need that much big preview of my table. I just need to check out what I need to insert. I could also insert some drawers so I can really configure it good, this table. But let's add a sink and pillar tab. Again, instead of this kitchen pillar tab, I can add something more professional like this if I want. You have all the possibilities. Once I'm done, I click on Add. Now a little something to be punctual. We configured the sink and the pillar tab as accessory of this table. But if I wanted, so this will be positioned randomly inside this table. But if I wanted to be punctual and insert the very sink that I want inside this table, we have a dedicated space for sinks, so a dedicated level, and you can decide to select this sink. It will be added as number 3, so as a standalone element, not as accessory, and you can place it wherever you want. So you can feel free to place it in this position inside above the table if you want. So just to give you an idea of the possibilities of this system. Then just to show you that Specifi symbol library is very complete. One last element, kitchen, and then I show you the 3D. Of course, nearby equipment. We also have predispositions. So if you want, you can insert an electrical socket, and it will be visible in the 3D. You can also add. You can also add some plates, some food, so whatever you need, some lights, whatever you need in order to make your 3D drawing more, more realistic, you can add it with the Specifi catalog, included in Specifi Sketch. No, we blocked, we freezed. What happened? Too many people connected. Let's try to close. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe we are not going to insert something more. Pity. I wanted to show you some more elements, but we can see it in the next product. Let's take the chance to save this project. The nice thing of this sketch is that I'm allowed to save my projects. So you're not going to do something that you are not going to be able to modify in a second moment. I can prepare the very first sketch where I'm in front of the customer and contact customer. Well, maybe it's written a different way. Here we are. Operator, it's me. Save. You can take this project in a second moment. You can you are going to save this on cloud because this works totally on cloud. So the project will be available wherever you need, just accessing through this link to your credentials. So from your tablet, then from the computer office or at home, you can access to your projects and to your sketches to continue them, or like in this case, to print the 3D plan, the 2D plan, so the final result. This is the 3D printing, so the result of a 3D view. Then if I want to print the 2D floor plan and the bill of material, I can click on here. I get an additional PDF. And you get the floor plan with all your dimensions and the position number. If you want, you can get rid of the position number and the dimension. There's this visibility command that allows you to do it. And a bill of quantity. I didn't show, you were able to change manufacturer name. So instead of SP symbol, you can highlight in the chart that it's the manufacturer you are used to work with, especially with the stainless steel elements. You can feel free to add a different price, so to modify the available prices, and the description, so you can modify everything. Of course, the result for the moment is a PDF. We are working on, for the future, according also to feedbacks we receive from the customer, we're working on the possibility to export this as a DWG. For the moment, we implemented the synchronization with our Specifi Quote, which is another cloud platform of Specifi that we will see at the end of this presentation that allows us to generate proper quotations. So with this Specifi Sketch tool, you are allowed to create a 2D, 3D sketch totally online without AutoCAD knowledges or digital design knowledges. We are providing and proposing this solution also to people who are used to draw with pencils, okay? And to get a final 2D and 3D overview with the related table of elements and the price. So this could be the perfect solution for your vendors who are not designers but need to would be happy to show how the kitchen looks like, even in a pretty simple sketch, to the final customer in order to get the approval and have the designer in the office create the final drawing thanks to these sketches. Because for the moment, even if the result is a PDF, you can import it in AutoCAD as a reference file, for example. And you can get the references of the walls with the correct dimension to start the drawing. And you have the list of all the equipment included so that you can very easily insert again all the equipment. When we will be able to export as a DWG the result of this Specifi Sketch solution, everything will be much smoother. But it comes. It's a matter of weeks. This was Specifi Sketch. Again, you can have a free trial and you will be able to ask for it to the correct salesperson inside Specifi, which I'm going to show at the end. I see nothing in the chat, but please, if you have any question anytime, just feel free to write in the chat or in the Q&A, and I will be happy to answer. Now, these were the news. Now let's hurry up a little bit because we need to switch to our Specifi Design cloud. I'm on my desktop right now because I'm going to open our AutoCAD. Specifi Design is a plugin for AutoCAD and Revit. It's compatible until AutoCAD and Revit 2025 for the moment. We are going to work on the 2026 compatibility. What do I mean for plugin? Plugin means that this is the regular AutoCAD interface, and here you have the palette of Specifi, providing a wide range of commands that you can use together with the access to the catalog, the very same catalog we saw before. Why are we talking about cloud solution? Actually, I'm accessing an AutoCAD which is installed on my computer. So AutoCAD stays here installed on my computer. My project this time are saved locally in a project folder that I'm going to show you and that you can customize. What is saved actually in the cloud, and this is a useful comparison for the ones within you that are used to our desktop application for drawings. Well, this time all the libraries that I have been authorized for are saved in the cloud, so you're not going to keep in your computer hundreds of libraries with the related DWG and BIM files, which were occupying a lot of memory. All the libraries will be saved on cloud and will be accessible just to the users within your company, together with your personal libraries, and we are providing a dedicated tool in order to create them. So we are thinking about everything in order to have you drawing in the best way. Let's start from the beginning, meaning I'm starting from the architectural part, drawing walls from scratch. Of course, if you wanted, you could import a plan from an architect, and in that case, I show you what to do. So the system is going to ask me some information around these walls. So where do I want to start? From the left or right side? The height of the walls, how should it be? Do I want a 3D or a 2D wall? How should be the thickness? Everything is changeable. I just go ahead. Here below, for the ones who are already acquainted with AutoCAD, you get the very same instructions. So the plugin is fully integrated. If you know how to use AutoCAD, you know how to use Specifi. You just have some more tools to make friendship with. You provide the first button, then you provide 5,000 millimeters. I'm working in millimeters, but this time you can work in centimeters, meters, inches. So for the ones who are hearing us from the other part of the ocean, you can use this system in your own metric system. So no worries. Here we are. So in one time, I've already inserted my 3D walls. As you can see, I've been drawing my walls in yellow because if you are going to get Specifi Design, you're going to get an already very detailed layer list. So you're not going to argue with some layers. You are not going to create from scratch all the layers you need. Everything is already here, allowing you to get 3D views, good 3D views and renders whenever you want. Moreover, nearby the layer list, you already have the paper spaces with the different print settings already done. So some starting kit ready for you. Walls. We already created 3D walls. Let's add a fixture just to show you how it works. For the ones who are already customer of ours, they use our old desktop application, this interface didn't change that much. So I'm able to select if I want to insert a window, a door, a hole, a niche, foot lift. If I select a window, I'm able to select the layout of this window. Now I'm working in 3D because I created walls from scratch. But if I was working in 2D, I just need to tell to the system by clicking on this command. Here in this overview, I also have the insertion point, and here I can say to the system a different dimension for my wall, for my window. So everything pretty under my fingertips. I go ahead. The system is asking me to select a point on the external side of the wall. So again, you are going to receive instructions. Then on the internal side of the wall, and then I'm typing 200 millimeters from the angle from the corner. And this is my window. Now that I have my window, let's add some equipments. Well, actually, I promised. What happens if I need to import a plan of the architect? Nothing. You import a DWG with the classic insert command of AutoCAD. You just need to check out for the correct measurement. So if the architect was working in meters and you are opening the plan of the architect in a template in centimeters, you will have some problems. You will need to turn the DWG of the architect into the correct metric system that you are going to use in your own template. But this is regular AutoCAD knowledge. What Specifi provides you is a good layer mapping command. This command allows you to say with this button, please system, please specify, tell me which layer used the architect in order to build this line, which is my wall, which is a very important question. And I know you're always struggling with this problem because architects are able to create the entire projects, walls, doors, nodes, all in the same layer. And this causes problems, but we are here to help you. So you're going to ask to the system the correct layer within the layer list of the architect, which will be shown here. And the system is going to highlight, okay, these are walls and these are saved in this layer. And you are going to save, please take this layer and checking within the architectural list, connected with the 2D walls layer of Specifi. Once you have done all this match, so you can match multiple layer and the list will be showed here, you're going to save your own template. So you're going to do it once, and then if you're always importing the plans from the same architect you are working with, which works always with the same layers, you're doing the mapping once. Then you take back the template, you check for the correct mapping, and then you press on OK. And the layers of the architect will be turned into Specifi layers, allowing you, for example, to modify 3D walls, to add correctly fixtures, to handle the dimensioning, which will be done, which we will do at the end of the presentation, and all the other stuff. Of course, within the architectural part, you also have the chance to insert floor and ceiling, to insert wall tiles or a stainless steel panel, to delete fixtures if you inserted something, and to switch from 2D to 3D walls. I'm going very fast because I want to show you the most important features. For example, utilities is one of those. So I'm going to insert one equipment and go ahead with the most important part. Of course, if you have any questions and if you want me to step by and show something more, I'm right here. Let's use always our SP symbol, but this time I want to show you something more, which was not possible in the other software we were seeing so far. These custom-made extruded profiles. So not only manufacturer libraries, not only our SP symbol library, which in Specifi Design is totally configurable, meaning you can change the dimension of the equipment as you want, and we will see it. But you also have access to this level, which is profiles you can extrude at your convenience. In this case, I want to insert a worktop that goes around the corner. So an L shape, totally customized. I'm not even taking dimensions. I'm going to check for the shape of the worktop that I can use. You have different profiles. So according to the most common measurements, again, this is our SP symbol, which is demo library provided by Specifi. Let me check. Let me change into a more detailed view because I want to show you have different profiles for worktops. You can select a double-sided, a backsplash with pen line 1, a very simple one without anything. So you can really be punctual, okay? I want to extrude this very simple shape. Let's just add it to the project. Now, the system, as before, is giving me instruction on what to do next. It's going to ask me, do you already have a line in order to extrude this worktop? Or do we want to draw something new? Let's draw together a line for the system to follow. I have a polyline under my fingertips, and I'm going to activate my OSNAPs in order to be very punctual and tell to the system that I want my worktop. Now I'm not taking dimension. You are going, of course, to take dimension in order to know where to insert the equipment and how much long it would be. But let's say that I just need this to be 2000 millimeters from the corner. And I'm pressing on OK. So this needs to be the line to be followed in order to create my worktop. Now the system is going to ask me to confirm the height from ground because this is a worktop without legs for the moment. We can add it in a second moment. OK, of course I could change. Now the system is going to ask me if I want the worktop to be extruded in this way or in this way. Of course, in this way. And here is my worktop. Let's check the 3D. I have this views palette. I can click on an isometric view and I can say, please, conceptual or realistic. And I can orbit. So also in this case, you are going to be very punctual and you are going to be able to draw the design right in front of your customer, because once you got a little bit acquainted, you have everything you need and you can do something custom in front of your customer. I'm going to check from time to time if you have anything to say in the chat. Okay. And please, again, feel free to interrupt if you need some more information. And let's go ahead. I want to insert an equipment with in electric connection, just to show you how to handle predisposition now, because this is a worktop. And actually, I didn't show before, but I will show you when we are inside the settings, because we are providing something particular. A very new and particular possibility. So I'm able to say to the system, this is a normal equipment, so a standard one, a special equipment, so something custom. This is an equipment already inserted in the kitchen of the customer. This is an optional equipment or an alternative. I will show you that you will be able to customize this product type overview, so adding new types and modifying the labels and the colors. Because if I want to say and highlight that this is a custom-made item, I can click on apply, and you have the position number and the line in red. You are not allowed to have all the lines of the equipment in red. Sometimes our customer asks us to have a dedicated product type for stainless steel elements. You're not allowed to do that, meaning again the proper lines of the equipment, just because it's AutoCAD. But if you were working with Specifi Design on Revit, which has the very same interface, Revit allows you to do it, to modify the color of the lines. If I wanted to edit some more, because I want to add a different description, for example, or different information, add some connection, I don't know, you can do it always from this edit command. So after the insertion, an equipment can be changed furthermore. Let's go ahead and insert an equipment. Reload. Our eCatalog, which is on the cloud. Let's add an oven, for example, combi oven with a lot of vertical cooking, with a lot of connections, so that I can show you how to handle. Electric one. So again, I'm going, this time I will open this oven because I want to show you that actually I'm able to change the information. I'm able now to say this is normal, this is special, existing, optional. Again, I have my preview. I'm able to change the price. This Specifi symbol library provides also a euro and pounds price list and dollar. So you can go here and change the price and add an increment or a discount if you want. You can change from SP symbol to my manufacturer. You can change the dimension as you feel is better. Okay. Then let's customize. And insert a stand. This is very helpful because I can tell to the system that I don't need feet since I'm going to add a stand. Here we are. Add to the project. Again, you always have the chance to print your spec sheet. So my oven, which of course is big because I changed the dimension in the interface just to show you how it worked. Combi oven. So exactly when I inserted the equipment, I get this window. And I get this window because I set my Specifi to work this way. I will be more punctual right after handling this. So now this window is telling me that this combi oven needs electrical, waste, cold water, hot water connection. And I'm already provided with X and Y coordinate for the installation on the wall because I already inserted this oven in the past. So the system is going to save the position of the socket and this type of socket, because we have a wide range here, okay, that you can choose for next time. So electrical is already done. Waste is already done. Cold water, I didn't insert cold water last time. I will click on set on screen for X and Y, meaning that I'm providing the height from ground of this valve. But I'm going to insert with my mouse the correct position of X and Y coordinates. Hot water, this is already inserted from last time, so let's go ahead. Let's check the hood. Actually, I already had the waste from the oven, so I don't need a second waste connection. Talking about the electrical, maybe yes, I can stay with this second electrical connection and click on apply. Just a quick take a look at this window, you have some settings. So you can change the description. Here you have an overview around the symbols. For the moment, you cannot insert a personal symbol for 2D and 3D. In the future, we are going to add this feature. We are still adding functions to this cloud-based solution based on the feedbacks. So you are going to see something new from month to month. I will click on apply. We are ready. So the electrical has already been inserted because I saved the coordinates in the past. As I was saying, I'm placing the cold water valve, and I will save this for next time. And everything got inserted already at the position that was saved last time, because again, I have some cache, as I can, some caches in my computer, as I can say. But actually this time, maybe I want to change the position of the socket, because last time was okay, this time not that much. I have this pick style command that allows me to divide the elements. So I'm going to take this socket, use AutoCAD commands to move first the 3D symbol. Here we are, and the 2D symbol. You are, so you can really very easy adjust everything. So here are all of our connection, and here is how you handle the predisposition with Specifi Design Cloud. Very intuitive. We did not finish. Let me add just very quickly a second element, a slicer, something easy, because I want to show you what happens when I need to create the tags for the utility labels. Not everybody insert them, so this is an additional function that you can use, but I want to show you because Specifi is really providing some improvements, some efficiency for that. And I take this chance to show you that we also have food preparation elements. Very lucky to have them, because those elements are pretty difficult to model from scratch. So we have a very nice slicer that I can insert at 900 millimeters from ground. This is something I can do here. And I can just add to the project. Let's place it right here. Again, this has electrical connection, but since I've inserted thousands of times this slicer in my drawings, I already have my settings, so I can click on apply and the sockets will be positioned. Okay, we were saying, what about tags, utility tags? I can go here. We have a dedicated command. The system asks me, what kind of tags do you want to insert? Electrical, gas? Well, we don't have gas. Waste, cold water, hot water. Okay, the system is asking me, which are the equipment you want to handle? I can select one, I can select the other, or I can make a ground selection. Please do everything for me. I'm about to insert all the labels for all the equipments in one time. I just need to position it correctly, the text. Don't tell me this is a mess, too many information. We don't want to show you all this stuff because the 2D drawing will be messed up. I don't see correctly the information. Don't worry, because we are providing, and then I come back to tell more about these tags. We are providing this visibility command. Do you remember that I showed you a very complete layer list allowing to do what you want? That's exactly the case. So here is the layer list of Specifi, but you don't want to argue with that. You have this very nice interface, and you are going to say to the system, please just show me the electrical stuff. And I want to see just the 2D equipments. So the 2D lines, because now we are seeing the 3D lines. Okay. Maybe it's too much confusion for what you need to show to the customer. Ta-da! So you can use this chart in order to customize your views in the model space as well as in the paper space. Now I'm selecting everything back again. Let's spend one moment more on these tags. As you can see, I have my electrical tags in red, and they are little because in the settings, I changed the information that I want to see in these tags. This is something you can change whenever you want. And as you can see, I can double click on the tag, and anytime I can add some more information or change them. Of course, these are AutoCAD elements, and you can reposition, so you can take them and move them. Very easy. Let's go and check this. Sorry. Visibility. Once again, I clicked on plain view and perfect. Now I see everything. Let's check these famous main settings and see what else we can do. Now, I didn't say this as premise, but I hope you have noticed that Specifi is really, really flexible. You are not going to adapt to Specifi. Specifi is going to adapt to the way you are working. First of all, the place where to save your projects. Projects, again, your DWGs will be saved locally, and you are going to provide a path for the place where to save these drawings, which could be a server, which could be a shared folder, because if you have AutoCAD installed in multiple computers, you can use your credentials to install Specifi, your license of Specifi in multiple computers, and access from home, from the office, from the seaside. And if you save your projects in a shared folder, you always have access to those because your libraries are saved on cloud, so always accessible. Of course, you cannot access with the same credential from two PCs at the same time, as all the cloud-based tools. The template, again, you can work in inches if you want. The scales, some more settings. Numbering. We didn't talk about numbering. But as you can see here, I have a circle with the position number because here I inserted circle. But if I wanted no shape or an octagon, you can play around. And you can also add a custom shape. I didn't ask the system to auto-number the equipment because I want to do the numbering at the end of the drawing when I have all the equipments and I can number from left to right correctly all the equipment. But if I wanted, maybe a small project, I can ask the system to automatically number in the equipments upon the insertion. But I sure do want the system to update the position number the very same moment that I move the equipment from a room to another. I didn't show how to create areas. We're going to do it. The system is going to allow you to create different areas. And if you have this rational oven as kitchen number 1, and you move it into the preparation area, it will be automatically renumbered as, I don't know, preparation area number 3 according to the equipment. You can add a leader to the equipment tag. What does it mean? This little line with the dot. Seems to be a stupid thing, but if you had drawers, legs, and cupboards below this worktop, it's useful to have this leader that tells you which equipment refers to this position number, and you can also customize the layout. Utility settings. I'm seeing the electrical tags and symbols in red because here is it written red. But if you feel more comfortable to have electrical things in blue, you just need to tell to the system. Again, pretty flexible. Same for the other. I received that window to handle the installations upon the insertion of the equipment because I selected this. But maybe for some projects, you just want to place equipments in a hurry and show a 3D to your customer and handle the predisposition at the end of everything after receiving, for example, the confirmation. You can do it. You just need to uncheck this flag. And then you will be able to use this single command in order to handle the predisposition of each element one by one. But I sure want to ask to the system to ask me to move the utilities with the equipment, because if I move the slicer here, I want the electrical connection to be placed in another place too. As you can see, the electrical utility has a very little tag because I have been modifying. But if I go to the gas, sorry, to the waste, here we are. Waste was this one. You see, we have a lot of stuff. You can customize, and you can even change the labels into your language. So you can really customize this as you want. Product types, the one we were seeing before. Instead of special, you can insert stainless steel or custom or another language, and you can change the color. And you can say to the system, please show this label inside a quotation when we do a quotation. So that's it. This is the main settings that allows you to work in different ways according to what you need to do for every project. So you can change every time you want. Let's dimension our equipment. You don't have any question. Do you have some? No, perfect. Okay. Let's dimension our space, because we have a really nice command that allows me to say, I want to dimension the connections. So the connection of the machine and the utilities are here. Or general would be to dimension the equipments, for example. I want to dimension using a baseline. So a line that tells me that from here to here is 5 meters, 5,000 millimeters actually, and from here to here is 4,000, instead of one single line that tells me the distance from the corner and the distance from the previous one, which is the continue. So you have two ways. I don't know if I explained this perfectly, but try Specifi Design Cloud and you will know it. So electrical, waste, I'm selecting everything. Please specify, dimension everything for me. I'm clicking on OK. I'm giving the first point, so the corner where I want the dimension to start from, and I'm selecting all of my equipments. I'm adding the first one, which is here, just to say to the system where to place the first. And then everything will be placed for me automatically. Again, don't worry if it's too much information shown in a view. You have the visibility command and you can decide which information to see. You have the chance to take these dimensions and move it, because we are talking about AutoCAD elements. So nothing too complicated to be modified. Okay, and this is another stuff that saves you a lot of time. Let's number things. Let's number things, meaning that I use the area command. This is a pretty nice command that allows me to tell this is area number 1. I can type in my language the name of the area, and I already have a drop-down menu I can use, or I can save the area that I typed in my own language for next time, so that it will be suggested from the system. Now I have a polyline under my fingertips that allows me to be very flexible. So I'm saying to the system that the cooking area goes from here to, okay, let's do from here, then here, 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 here. Okay, then close. I've been a little bit unregular just to show you that you can do whatever you want. And this is the cooking. Again, now I need to number things. I use the number position commands. Cooking area. I have some settings in here. I can decide to restart the enumeration for each area, or to do a project-wide numbering if I wanted. Cooking area, let's have a manual numbering, or let's click on OK, and the system decides how to number the equipment inside my cooking area. But actually, I want to be more punctual. Start from the beginning, please. Worktop, then slicer, and then the rational oven. Everything has been numbered according to my needings. Okay, now that I numbered, we are ready to generate a technical schedule and to create a viewport. Let's go in the A0 and click on schedule. This is pretty nice. This interface has been improved a lot in comparison to our desktop application for the ones who are already customer of ours. And this has really nice improvements, not only in the interface, which is more intuitive, but also in the capabilities, meaning that you here have a lot of fields and you can decide which information you want to keep in this chart, in this table, according to the customer, to the way you are going to work, whatever. And you can save your template for next time. So you're going to start from the basic template, select your favorites and save it for the next table. Or you already know that you are going to create the paper space for the electrical information, for the electrician. Then you are going to start with a preset electrical template, which again saves you time, which is the aim of Specifi Design. We are right here to have you saving time and doing things better and more efficiently. Even so, let's check for some other columns we can add. Maybe, I don't know, the model number. You know what? The price and the product type, the one I showed you before. Specifi has another very important advantage, that all the information of the products are saved in a dedicated field. If you want to insert information around gas connection, you have 13 fields. So there's nothing inserted just in one place. And so if you select gas, you have everything. You can be very punctual and decide which piece of information you want to provide to the customer, for example. Let's say we're done. Let's go into the schedule settings and ask the system to export the schedule to Excel. Yes. I can insert accessory. I can create a table for each area. Well, we have just one area. Let's create a very simple table just to show you how it works. This is my table with my elements, the worktop, the slicer, so all the elements that I've been inserting. The template looks very nice, and I have all the columns that I've been selecting, including the product type, which is special for the worktop because I've been modifying it. Okay, so it takes all the changes that I've been doing in the model space. Then I placed here this chart that allows me to see all the information. So I get automatically the technical schedule. If we're just working on AutoCAD, maybe it's unuseful to say, but you were going to create your technical schedule manually, working on Excel, copy pasting product information or typing. So maybe it's pretty intuitive to see how much time you save just thanks to this command. Next thing is that you double click and you change, update, add some more information, translate the titles in your own language. So you can go here, make some changes. Last but not least, some viewports. Let's add up simple plan view. And again, double click. Oh, here we are, to put it right in the middle. Again, visibility command. I'm selecting the viewport and I'm going to say, please show me just, I don't know, waste and 2D. Let's keep the annotation. Here we are. And you are going to see just the waste tags and the dimension, which of course you can change. Of course, you can switch to a 3D view. You can generate 3D viewports. This is more or less what you can do with Specifi Design. Of course, this is a very quick overview because it usually takes 1 hour just for Specifi Design. Now it's 1 hour for Specifi Design, Specifi Sketch, and Specifi Catalog. So I've been very, very, very restricted, but I hope you like it. We didn't show you how to create custom cold room. The command is awesome, allows you to create the custom cold room according to your shape. You have a polyline on your fingertips, you create the polyline, and then you have all the settings to create the panels according to the minimum dimension you need, the panels on the ceiling, the panels on the floor. Really nice. I invite you to test the system and check out all the function we saw today and we didn't have time to see. Now, if you don't have any questions so far, and if you are still all there, thank you to be all there. 70 people still here after 1 hour, you're great. Now, if you have 10 minutes more, 19 people actually, great, you're great guys. If you have 10 minutes more, I show you how to create an offer out of this design, so that once the design is done, you get automatically the offer with all the information you've inserted in design. You have your own template, the chance to print also a purchase order, and nice things. Oh, I see some questions. Actually, please put your question because I just saw them. Sorry. Is this also implementable in a BIM project? Yes. If you're working in Revit, only in Revit, because Specifi Design is compatible with AutoCAD or Revit, so Autodesk products. If you're going to work with Revit, you are going to have this very palette working in the same way. Actually, some more commands because we are first implementing the Revit part and then importing all the updates into the AutoCAD part. And this is how it works. So in the very same way, with the access to the library, with all the BIM libraries, yes, Isa, you are able to work also in Revit. I tell you more. You buy one Specifi Design subscription and you are working either in AutoCAD or Revit. So if you have both systems installed on your computer, you are not going to buy 2 licenses. You have just 1 license and you access to one or another. So yes, totally doable. Feel free to add other question. Sorry for the delay in the answer. Feel free to add other question anytime you want. And please, if you raise your hand, there's the chance to raise your hand in the Teams. I see that you put questions and I will answer. Thank you so much. I didn't say it at the very beginning. I let you write some question more about all these products, design, sketch, eCatalog, quote. In the meantime, I show you 10 minutes of Specifi Quote so that you have a full overview around all of our products and you have also an idea how to integrate. First of all, I need to save this project. Again, this will be saved locally on your computer, but we are going to create a project on the cloud, a project folder on the cloud, just to allow the synchronization. So I will select company. Of course, I'm accessing to all the customer companies that my colleagues from Specifi created, because we are sharing the same cloud system. So together with libraries and personal libraries, we are sharing the customer company and the code, the codification of either projects and companies. Title, my project, Euro, English, me, save. So now the system created a folder and I click on save. Sorry, I have a seat. Okay. I saved the project. I'm ready to click on Quote Sync. The Quote Sync allows me to have all the equipment with the numeration I created directly saved in my Specifi Quote. Okay. I can uncheck something if I think that maybe I don't want to insert that slicer in the offer for any reason. I click on OK. The synchronization is done. So I'm ready to go and open my quote. Yes, then let's go ahead. I'm on my browser now. Specifi Quote is another total cloud-based system. So I'm going to open Specifi Quote. Using my credentials. Here we are. This is my project that I just saved. I can open this up. Actually, first of all, let me switch to English. Save, just to show you the English interface. Now you have a lot of labels to see, and I want you to be able to check out everything. Projects. Here are my projects. Let's view. We have an offer. Let's modify it. Maybe the synchronization wasn't done, wasn't ready. Okay, well, no worries. I'm able to show you what happens. So normally you get the list of products inside the product list. So this is the offer you get after the synchronization. So with all the information around this project. Now, maybe I've been too fast, but let's show you how this Specifi Quote works. So I didn't have time to show you the settings. Just know that you can save your own print settings. You can save your default template. You can save your discounts and price increase. So you can do a lot of things and fasten up your quotation. So you get ready, and when you're in front of the customer, you just create the quotation. You insert items. You can insert an area. You can insert a product, so opening the very same catalog you saw so far. Insert a custom product, allowing you to modify the equipment. So you have an empty page and you can fill in with the correct product information and image. You can insert a product from another quote because you already created a quotation with a product which is perfect now to be resold, and you insert your settings. I don't know, you want to take it. You can insert a subtotal. So this is a very nice interface to handle. I just wanted to show you that you can also save into your personal library, and this leads to our Specifi Organizer, another tool. Let me open a quotation that is already created just to show you something filled in. This one, for example. Sorry again for the missed synchronization, but maybe I've been too fast. Yes. Oh, my colleague is adding in this quote because actually this is a quotation created by my colleague Simon. Let's open this one then. This is what happens. So when you have cloud products and projects are saved and accessible from all the colleagues in the company, that the system tells you there's another colleague inside your company working in that quotation. So you cannot access. So you are not going to overlap saving, for example. So this is a quotation that I created from Specifi Sketch. This is a synchronization that I did from that system. I have my product. If I click on here, I can open some details and I can check out for some more information. Again, you can change everything. Let's say that I turned all the description in my own language because the library was only available in English, and I want this available in Dutch or in any Hungarian, any other. Oh, let's open the quotation. I want to save this item into my personal library because I did all the settings. I click on save. I have access to all the brands because actually I can save the item into a Specifi library, but I will see also my personal libraries. So all I do is to select the library where I want that item to be saved and confirm, or create a new brand. I don't do it because I am on my official Specifi account and I don't want to mess up. Let's check for the other things you can do in the quotation, because yes, you can insert products, you can handle discounts, you have the price formula. So this is something you can set in the main settings, but you can tell to the system that you want to calculate your sell price starting either from the list or from the cost price, and you can work on markup or margins. So again, flexible. You can add some additional services just for this offer, and you can add an additional service. You insert the name, you insert the code, and you start building your formula. You want the installation additional service, for example, to be automatically invoiced inside the quotation and calculated as list price per pack weight. I don't know, or list price per 0.1. You can do this stuff in here, either from the main settings or directly in this very offer, because maybe this is something you do just for this time. You can check exchange rates. You can update prices, because maybe this is an old offer and you need to check for update pricing. Check for the translation, export as an Excel file, import and load quotation. You can handle the numbering. You can configure this view and translate this label in the language you need. Let's check again additional services. This time I already have something. As you can see in the product list, I can see the totals, and I have something, the additional services, because in the main settings I saved something to be placed in every offer. I can add an additional discount. You can see the taxes, so you have an overview. These are the additional services inserted automatically in every offers, because again, I inserted in the main settings, but I can decide that this time I don't want to insert mounting. These are the terms of sales that I have automatically inserted in my quotation, saved in my settings. This time, maybe I just want this very first term of sales. For this quotation, it's fine. Some other settings for the purchase order. Let's go on the layout. We want to print this offer. The layout is very easy to do. It works for the moment on Word files. We are working on another another template creator, which could be even more easy. But for the moment, just know that you start from the Specifi template, and then you can modify your own template, inserting your own label. That's something we did for customers in Germany, for example. And just by downloading and uploading your logo and your entry text, translating the labels in your own language, so you can do your settings. In the same way, you can decide not to show the image of the product or not to show the discounts, so you can play around with that. Not only quotes, also purchase orders, because you can automatically generate a purchase order for every equipment inserted in the offer. So here you will have a drop-down menu with all the brands involved in the offer, and you are able to create a purchase order for each manufacturer and the spec sheet, exactly as we saw in Specifi Catalog at the very beginning of this presentation. And the end of the story, you can send out the offer to the customer, actually either the quotation and the spec sheet and the purchase orders. So you can send from this system, or you can download as PDF or document, either the quote, the spec sheets as a book if you want, so all together in one single PDF, and all the purchase orders. So you are not going to handle anything manually anymore when speaking about quotation. You do the setting once, and if you are more vendors inside your company, one person handle the settings for everybody. And if you want, we can also set for you that just that person can make the modification on the settings. For example, on the price increase, on the price discount to be applied to the customers for each manufacturer. So you do things once, and then you just quote. You don't have to worry about anything else. And then you can print. You have some space where you can check the signature. So if you send an offer, then you can check if it has been opened, accepted, if the customer has some notes. So this is a very complete software. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody. You will receive automatically a recording. Thank you for having been here. Wait a minute. I need to show you my colleagues. Where are my colleagues? Here, in my Specifi website. So let's go on the English website. Our team. So that's our team. If you are a manufacturer and you want to know how to get your library inside Specifi, talk with Gilda or with Simon according to your country and your language. Gilda works on the mostly in the European country, and Simon in the UK and well, Australia and New Zealand and Emirates. But feel free to get in touch. Pascal is working, my sales colleague for software, and she's working with French-speaking countries. And Massimiliano is our colleague handling the technical support. So if you have any question, just get back to him. We are missing our new colleague from US. Let's check if we have some updates in the American web page, because here we are, my dear Sean, which handles contacts with American customers. If you have any questions and you come from the US, feel free to get in touch with him. Otherwise, get in touch with me or send an email to sales@specifiglobal.com and fill out this form. Here are some more contact. Here we are, sales@, and we will be happy to get back in touch with you. Thank you once again for being here. Thank you. Grazie. Thank you for all also of our customers joining this presentation, and see you next time. If you speak German, next week here at 9:30 for the German presentation. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.